Well, it is time to celebrate a unique piece of Canadiana. Heritage Minutes have long been a beloved series of short, history-focused stories shown on television, in cinemas, and online. The newest entry features not a maple syrup maker, not a hockey player, but a giraffe researcher, of course, from Waterloo, Ontario.
When I was little, my mother took me to the zoo. My love affair began right there. I wanted to know everything about giraffes, but there were no books, so I went to Africa to study them myself.
I was expecting Mr. Innis. You misrepresented yourself.
I certainly did not. I am A. Innis.
If I knew you were Miss A. Innis, I never would have invited you.
Exactly. My research was considered groundbreaking and published in the world's top scientific journals. I became known as the first authority on giraffes. Discrimination against women in Canadian universities prevented me from getting tenure, but my love for giraffes persisted all my life.
My mother, Dr. Anne Innis Dagg, was the first Western scientist, man or woman, to study any African mammal in the wild.
So we have about 2.5 minutes to talk about Heritage Minutes with Sarah and Justin McElroy from our newsroom here. Okay, so here's the thing. Justin has studied and ranked every Canadian Heritage Minute ever made. I mean, come on, that's a little weird, but we are so lucky to have you here. And as you look at the new one, how does it fit in? How does it compare?
Yeah, a little weird is my middle name, as you know. But like, when you look at this minute, it has a lot of classic Canadian Heritage Minutes tropes. You have someone that is adventurous and wants to start something. You have a powerful white man with an accent saying that it can't happen, but the determination comes through. They're able to achieve their dreams. There's an evocative voiceover at the very end. It really shows like why we love these minutes. It has a scene that may or may not have actually happened in real life. You try and condense someone's life and why they matter into 1 minute. You're going to take some liberties, but this brings a smile to my face.
Well, this brings a smile to our face. Yeah. There is nowhere else on Canadian television, or perhaps in Canada, period, where someone could break down with such analysis and humor the Heritage Minute and be able to point out the tropes. This is like being in English class learning about sonnets. Like, this is fantastic. Okay, let's talk about this one for a moment. Anne Innis Dagg. Yes. Sarah, did you have any idea who she was before?
I didn't know who she was. I probably wouldn't have thought a Canadian would be the world's foremost researcher on giraffes at any point. But like all of the Canadian Heritage Minutes, I really appreciate the trivia that's in this. I do like the storyline. I like the perseverance, and that is a common thread through a lot of these Heritage Minutes. And so I just also, I did a little bit of a dive online to find out a little bit more. She died just last year. And I normally would think of a Heritage Minute having a little more, separation between that person's life and being honored in a minute. But, here we are, and I don't know, I like it.
You guys remember those little vignettes about nature in Canada called?
Hinterland's Who's Who.
Yeah. Now, those ones are we so excited we're talking about Hinterland's Who's Who. But, I mean, I don't know if I should say this live on the air, but I find those a little bit hokey, a little bit.
But certainly when you're doing like educational and informational stuff for kids, there's a certain amount of hokiness that has to be in there to grab people in that second. You're looking not for like 100% documentary historical accuracy. You're looking at a winsome way to try and get kids this little entry point into history. I mean, we've now had more than 100 Heritage Minutes, so we're getting maybe away from like the biggest things, like we discovered insulin and we made time zones happen, to we learned about giraffes, and isn't that well? But it's still something that shows the breadth of what Canadians have contributed to the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, I love this Heritage Minute. I mean, you must have a favorite, right?
I mean, I have so many. I smell burnt toast, acknowledge, Winnie the Pooh,
well, so many. Wait, I smell burnt toast is a minute, or it's a feeling you have now?
That's the catchphrase in the one where it about the doctor that discovered for seizures and the symptoms of that. If you're into Canadian Heritage catchphrases, of course, Ian. But my favorite, in terms of some of the tropes, might be the one that says how we came up with our national flag.
Oh, I thought that was a throw to video, but maybe it's not. Okay, how much time do we have left? We do have it. Okay, here we go.
You won't believe some of these proposals. Look at this one. This. Phew. Now this is what I wanted from the start. But Mike Pearson wants this. Well, he is the Prime Minister, but blue is not an official Canadian color. Meanwhile, John Diefenbaker and the Tories want this. Is there one design here that the whole committee can agree on that says Canada? No mistake about it. I wonder. Prime Minister and Mr. Diefenbaker, I was just talking about you. Are we all going to the same party?
Amazingly, John Matheson MP would achieve the unanimity he sought.
So who was he talking to? What sort of darkened closet was he in when John Diefenbaker and Lester Pearson apparently came in there? Is that really the whole debate that happened? No, of course not. But it presents it in such a quick and inviting way that it becomes the shorthand for a lot of kids to get that starter pack of what that debate was like.
Yeah, and let me just say earlier today, the 8 minutes I spend each day just randomly going through Instagram Reels. Instead, I went to the website and just looked through a whole bunch of heritage minutes, and they're actually beautiful.
Yeah,
they're fantastic.
It is. It's really it's a nice way to spend some free time.
Yeah, we recommend that all of you do that. And thank you very much for especially the history lesson about the minutes is fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ian.
And that brings us to our viewer question. Whether you're an avid fan of Heritage Minutes or you're just hearing about them for the first time, tell us what these snippets of Canadian history mean to you. Our email is askhano@cbc.ca.